Since the founding fathers, the love of the land is something buried deep inside of us. It is our heritage, our history, our passion. And we are its greatest stewards. From the smallest blades of grass to the widest of nature's wonders, this is who we are. This is Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank, get out there. Big Frig, a way of life. Frank's Butcher Shop, Wyoming born, raised, and shipped to your door. Tacticam, always on the hunt. And by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Welcome to Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. I'm your host, Alan Treadwell. On this episode, we head out to Colorado to tour a gorgeous property just outside of Telluride with photogenic views, excellent water, and top-notch elk hunting. Before heading across the country to North Carolina to take a look at a beautiful farm and working equestrian facility that's been fully functioning for over 30 years. And while we showcase a few select listings on each episode, Hayden Outdoors has hundreds of properties from coast to coast listed at haydenoutdoors.com. Now let's head down to the Lone Star State, where I had the opportunity to visit a long-standing family business who happens to grow and harvest one of my favorite summertime treats. So what do we got going on out here right now? I mean, it kind of looks like chaos. You got guys over here and guys over there, 3 trucks, people throwing watermelons. I mean, what's going on?
It's organized chaos is what it is. You have a line of cutters coming through, finding the watermelons that are ripe. Okay. And they'll cut them off the vine, line them up on the bed where the watermelons are planted. And then the other guys come back through, pitch them up and load them.
Let's see, there's 8 guys at the truck and then 8 cutters in front, so there's 16 on a crew. Yes, there's three trucks, so you got 48 guys out here working right now, I guess then. So Wiggins Watermelon is a 5th generation, family-owned and operated business with multiple locations throughout Texas. And the Wiggins name is synonymous with quality and producing some of the finest watermelons on the market.
We're proud of our name. We've been doing this a lot of years. We'd like to think that we're good at it. Don't want to be prideful, but more time than not, we can pull it off. The family, over the years, we've learned little tricks. My great-grandfather grew watermelons years ago. My great-grandfather probably 5 to 10 acres. My grandfather, by the time he passed away, he was raising 80 to 100 acres max, you know. My father started growing watermelons as soon as he came out of the Army. They realized real quick, hey, you know what? The market's growing. We need somebody marketing this stuff.
So are these guys that are cutters? I mean, that seems like an important job because they're the ones going through and finding the perfect watermelon to cut and to harvest. I mean, are those guys the seasoned guys? Are they the guys that have been with you the longest? Or how do you train those folks?
Most of those guys have been here quite a long time. Yeah. I mean, some of them 20 years. When they started out, they more really were with somebody else who was a cutter, and they taught them. I mean, then you got to cut melons every now and again and make sure what you're seeing on the outside.
Like cut inside of them.
Yes, they have to cut it open every now and again and make sure what they see on the outside is what is ripe on the inside. And you've cut 1 or 2, and you know, if I seen that color again, it's ripe.
So you said basically your quality control is just taking your knife out and cutting one of these open and making sure what they're picking is ripe and ready to go to town, right?
Yes, sir.
So how often do you do that?
All day long.
All day long? Hey, that looks pretty ripe to me.
It does to me too.
So you take the bite right out of the heart?
Yes, sir. Nice and sweet.
That was a good watermelon.
I wouldn't be upset if I bought that in the store.
Nope, that one can go home with you. So everybody wants to know how to pick the perfect watermelon.
Find that Wiggins watermelon sticker.
That's all you need to do is look for the sticker?
That's it. For me, it's easier to tell because I'm out here in the vines where there's green watermelons and ripe watermelons. It's easier to see the difference.
Yeah.
If you look at the stripes,
Yeah.
the lighter that stripe is, the riper that watermelon is. I mean, some people say, hey, look at the belly. If the belly's wide but that also depends on first cut and second cut. I mean, it's just hard. I've been doing it for 20 years.
You know, like anything, there's a lot that goes into producing the best. And with the volume that the Wiggins is churning out and the multiple locations spanning from the Rio Grande Valley all the way up through the Panhandle, they spend about 6 months out of the year harvesting every day. There's so much to this process that you really can't even see being out here, but I mean, for instance, there's bees flying around all over these watermelon vines, and they're obviously pollinating the flowers and doing that stuff, but that's something you guys take great pride and effort to make happen, right?
It's some of the hardest workers out here.
Yeah.
We wouldn't make the tonnage we make if we didn't have the
Without
bees.
the bees doing that. And you guys have hives out here on the field.
Yes, they'll move from when this crop's done, they'll move to another one of our crops or somebody else's crops.
Well, there's a lot of steps to this process. I mean, right now, first of all, you got the cutters coming through, then you guys got it picking up, then they're gonna go back to the loading dock, I guess. I mean, there's gonna be several eyes on it before it shows up in the grocery store and has that Wiggins sticker.
Oh yeah,
on it.
as they're unloading it, there's another guy, his sole job is grading watermelons.
After spending the morning out in the field seeing the harvest, I was excited to get over to the processing facility to meet up with Jody, his son Clint, and have a look at the rest of the process.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Big Frig, a way of life.
It's time to elevate your banking experience. Open an account with Outdoor Bank in under 5 minutes, anytime, anywhere. It's quick and easy. Instantly fund your account with a debit card, credit card, or wire transfer. Rest easy with advanced encryption and security protocols, ensuring your personal and financial information is protected. Start managing your finances, transferring money, and making payments right away. Open your account today and experience a different level of banking with Outdoor Bank.
At Hayden Outdoors, we truly value our team of professional land brokers and agents. They are knowledgeable individuals, share our love of the land, and are dedicated to excellent work ethics and attention to detail. We are currently seeking experienced land professionals from coast to coast to join the Hayden team. If you believe you're a good fit, please contact us at 866-741-8323. We look forward to hearing from you. This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Frank's Butcher Shop, Wyoming born, raised, and shipped to your door.
Hey folks, this is Billy, Frank's Butcher Shop in Wyoming. I want to start talking to you today about our consistency of our steaks when you order online. We've invested a lot of money into our new processing plant and a lot of training into our employees. And something that we're very proud of is the size of every steak you get is consistency. Here's some examples of what we carry. This is our fillets, and as you can tell, every fillet here is exactly the same. They're all 8 ounces or more. This is our New York strip. As you can see, they're all from the same steer as well. You'll consistently get the meat from one animal. Our tomahawks, every single one is cookie cutter. And all that comes from just great employees and great training and invested into good people. So if you want some consistent steaks, franksbutchershop.com.
Now let's head to San Miguel County, Colorado to check out a property agents Greg Little and Mark Van Seidner have listed, Beaver, Mesa, Livestock, and Elk Ranch.
I'm Howard Hughes. We're at Beaver Mesa. Been in the family for 3 generations. Granddad put it together back in the 30s. It's actually about 2,300 acres that we own on this property. Sister has some additional property here adjacent. We're putting part of that with this ranch. On this property here, we normally have been running 300 pairs here. We've got plenty of water for these cattle raising grass. We probably irrigate about 1,000 acres here. Got 7 different ponds, springs on the property. Got water rights too. Got our water rights irrigation canal. It's a good water right. We got plenty of water in this place. A lot more water than most ranches around here. The elk migration pattern here is good. Once it snows, we'll get a lot of fresh elk here, we call them, but it'll be elk migrating down from the upper mountains. We hunt this ranch a lot my entire life. The elk hunting here is as good as it's ever been now. A lot more elk migrate through here than they ever have. Considerable amount of decent bucks here. Sometimes 9 to sometimes 30 different bucks. Yeah, I mean, you know, my favorite part of the ranch, I don't have one just say favorite part. I like the isolation a little bit. It's not crowded right here. We've built a new house on this property to live in, stay in. It works really well as a ranch house. It's just made life simple for us to be able to stay here. I stay here, 6-7 months a year. I like the loneliness of it. It's not in the high mountains, and it's not in the low valleys either. It's in between. It's been great, easy hunting, and it's an easy place to run cows. I mean, you can run farmer cows up here. You don't have to be, the best cowboy to get cows run here. It's a very nice place.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank. Get out there. Introducing Hayden Outdoors Mercantile. Get your own Hayden Outdoors branded gear for your life outdoors and more. Offering a variety of branded gear and apparel, from finely crafted clothing, handmade leather accessories, coolers, drinkware, hats, and more, from popular brands like Orvis, Big Frig, Tacticam, Cool, and more. So go to HaydenOutdoors.com, pick up your collection of Hayden gear, and join the stampede. Hayden Outdoors Mercantile, ride for the brand.
It's time to elevate your banking experience. Open an account with Outdoor Bank in under 5 minutes, anytime, anywhere. It's quick and easy. Instantly fund your account with a debit card, credit card, or wire transfer. Rest easy with advanced encryption and security protocols, ensuring your personal and financial information is protected. Start managing your finances, transferring money, and making payments right away. Open your account today and experience a different level of banking with Outdoor Bank.
Looking to sell your land quickly? Hayden Outdoors offers online land auctions through our auction platform and mobile app. In just 45 days, we can list your property, design and launch a property marketing plan, and host an online auction through our proven online auction platform. Contact one of our land professionals today to learn more about land auctions at HaydenOutdoors.com. For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.HaydenOutdoors.com.
Now let's head to Durham County, North Carolina to check out a property agent John Tate has listed, Durham County Horse and Farm. My goodness, John, it's beautiful out here.
It is a really pretty part of North Carolina, man. I grew up further west of here, but I mean, this is the heart of farm country, middle of the state. But the good thing is we're out in the middle of this beautiful property, but you're 30 minutes from Raleigh Airport.
That's right, yep. You know? I'm telling you, you're sitting here looking at the corn behind you. That corn's 8 foot tall.
Oh yeah, at least, man. And it's gonna yield a really good crop this year for the farmer. I talked to the farmer on the phone and he said, I know you hear a lot about how this is some really good farm ground. He goes, this is the best farm ground I've ever farmed. And his company farms 4,000 acres in this part of the state, and this is their best farm.
How long you been on this place?
About 30 years.
Been here 30 years?
Yeah.
What brought you here to this area?
Well, been here my whole life.
Yeah?
Yeah. Grew up 8 miles from here. We had a 3,300 acre farm before here and sold it and ended up buying this because it's one of the prettiest places around.
It really is. So you're big into the cutting horses.
Yeah, I am.
Why a cutting horse?
Well, in 1967, my dad bought one, and I've been messing with them ever since.
Yeah? You can't get it out of your blood.
I don't know, it's addicting.
Yeah? So you have, really this place is set up about as good as it can be for training and,
it is.
And breeding.
Yeah. I spent a lot of money and effort on getting it where I wanted it.
Sitting out here looking around, the views are amazing. You feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. You touched on it. You're 30 minutes to the Raleigh airport, but hunting out here, deer and turkey is unbelievable.
Can you imagine sitting here, middle of April, opening day, and that hardwood ridge right there is just going to be singing with longbeards. These cow pastures are the perfect place for those turkeys. The creek off the backside, there's a lot of deer tracks, a lot of deer trails down through these creek bottoms and stuff. It's just a hunter's paradise.
And they also, he's got this place set up for cattle right now. If you wanted to come in here and bring 100 head of cattle with you, it's ready.
Yeah, there's 150 head on here now, and he don't have to do a lot. He's got several gates, you can rotate them around.
Yeah, fenced, cross fence, it's got the lakes, it's got the creeks and the rivers, so water you don't have to worry about at all.
No water worries, and you got a big 17 stall horse barn. You pull up the driveway, it's a beautiful 2,000 square foot house. It's got a big 2-car garage. Then the shop, I love the shop. 60 by 40 shop that's heated and cooled. So no matter what time of year, you can be comfortable in there working on something.
That's right, that's right. And getting around on this place, a lot of times you find a big acreage like this, access is tough.
Correct.
Access here is incredible.
Well, this is a manicured property from either end of the property. There's a road system that takes you all the way through it. You get on a side-by-side or a truck, you can cover every square inch of this place.
That's really incredible to be able to get places and be able to see and use all of it. The possibilities on this place is endless. You come in here, you want to be a row crop farmer, cattle farmer, you want recreation. It really has it all.
It does, and all you just need is a few extra helpers to get, because it is a big piece to keep up. But if you've got hard work ethic like this owner does, you're gonna have something really special on your hands.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Tacticam, always on the hunt. Goodland, Kansas, 1976 is where it all began for Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Over 200 brokers and agents from coast to coast. We're still going strong. If you want to sell your farm, ranch, hunting property, needing a land valuation, or in the position to purchase your next property, give our team a call at 866-741-8323. That's 866-741-8323. Or visit HaydenOutdoors.com. Hayden Outdoors is the brand that sells the land. The Frank story started when Billy Brenton learned quality Wyoming beef was not readily available to everyone at an affordable price. Billy's vision of Frank's Butcher Shop came to life to bring Wyoming-raised beef, cut straight from your personal butcher, fresh to your table. Visit franksbutchershop.com and take 25% off for subscribing and enjoy delicious, high-quality, dry-aged beef. Frank's, Wyoming-born, raised, and shipped from our door to yours. It can look like the hue of a deep blue sky, the shimmer of wheat waving in the wind. A riffle running restless next to a deep, calm pool. Or a wide open range reaching from horizon to horizon. Land means something different to everyone. Hunting, fishing, farming, ranching, buying, selling. Whatever land is to you, find it here. Hayden Outdoors, the brand that sells the land. For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.haydenoutdoors.com.
Hey, Hey, how's it going? Alan Treadwell.
Jody Wiggins, Alan. That's
Jody,
it.
nice to meet you,
Yeah.
sir. Man, what a cool place you got here.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, well, we've been out in the field with Duval, and they've been out there picking, and I think they're about to get a couple of trucks loaded. I guess when they get them loaded, those trucks will come back here?
They'll come back here for processing, and they'll be back at the back of the building here. If y'all want to walk down that way, we can head that way. Yeah, they bring the watermelons in, Alan, and we'll pack them at the other end. These boxes have been packed yesterday.
These were picked in the, these were in the field yesterday.
These were in the field yesterday. Our objective is to get them in and out the same day.
Yeah.
That way they're in the grocery store within 48 hours. Of course, lining up what you harvest and what you sell every day is really difficult. So these watermelons are what'll ship out today.
So, well, I mean, I see a tag here which kind of tells you everything about it, right?
Right.
So, I mean, it's down to, I mean, it's everything. It shows you when it was harvested, the field it was harvested.
The field it was harvested out of. The barcode will tell you what field crew harvested it. It'll also tell you what packing crew packed it. It's our traceability for the food safety process.
Gotcha. And they're loading them up in the trucks right now as we speak. Looks like he's just about to get that one loaded up.
Yeah.
Maybe does have it loaded up.
That particular load's going to Canada.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Leave right here in South Texas and go all the way to Canada.
Correct.
It's truly incredible to see what Jody and his son Clint are doing down in Texas. Not only are they providing produce locally, but they're shipping it all the way to Canada. The efficiency of their operation is incredible, and I was excited to meet up with Clint as that first truck pulled up and to hear more about the operation. There's Clint up on the line. We were just talking to his dad, Jody. We'll go see what he's doing. Hey!
How's it going? Clint Wiggins.
Clint, Alan Treadwell, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My goodness, I'm enamored by what's going on right here.
Yes, sir.
All I can tell so far is the seedless are going off that way and the seeded's coming down this line. Is that right?
Yes, sir. So we're separating them right now. All of them are coming in from the trucks here, and at this brush, that's whenever the guys are separating them. You have the long seeded coming down this conveyor here, and all the seedless go that way to be packed.
These are the watermelons we were watching being picked an hour and a half ago.
That's it.
So from
This
the
morning.
field to the assembly line in just a couple hours.
Yes, sir. Probably 80% of the loads will be shipped the same day that it's picked.
Yeah, I see them right there. Everyone they're coming through there, they're slapping it to listen for that hollow sound, make sure everything's good.
And just the slap doesn't mean it's going to be bad tasting.
Right.
It means there might be a bruised area, so there might be an area of the flesh that's water soaked, not as firm and crisp. Still could be a delicious watermelon.
After a morning in the field with Duval, learning about stripes and belly color, it was time to see if I was capable of picking the perfect melon. It's got a white spot on it, no blemishes, lines are clear, good sound. This one's my pick.
Eyeball.
Find one you don't like?
Found it.
So it's my job to pick the best watermelon and your job to pick the worst watermelon?
No. Just to pick a bad watermelon. Definitely not the worst watermelon here.
You know, everybody wants to thump one. You guys do slap. I watch everybody slap around here.
Yeah.
But you listen, this one sounds kind of like you're beating a drum. But it's like, you can feel it too. It feels good. This one right here, when you slap it, it's harder, right? There's no
flat.
echo, more flat. Yeah. All right, let's open them up.
So you picked the best watermelon you saw over there.
Best one I could see.
I picked a bad one out of the pile.
Yeah.
Let me pick the watermelon that I like most.
Okay.
And we'll compare my watermelon to yours.
All right.
So, very similar watermelon. They're both the same size, right?
Okay.
The difference, the biggest difference, the thing that I'm most concerned about with this watermelon versus mine, and it depends on when you're eating it. If you're getting this watermelon to go this weekend to the beach, you'll never notice the difference. If you're gonna cut it tonight, this one's gonna be better.
Because of the stripes?
The stripes. So you see how those stripes really kind of break up? You see a lot lighter pattern. Look at the stripes on this one. You don't really see that light pattern, but it didn't really pass the yellow belly test. So, are you ready to cut it?
Let's do it.
And this may be overripe. I hope not. Ah.
How'd you do?
You tell me, boss. Oh no.
It's good. It's got a crunch. That's the perfect watermelon.
You said it, not me. All right, now.
It's as good as I've ever eaten.
So this one popped. You saw how it popped?
That means it's not quite ripe yet.
We'll have to get you an application after we get done here.
Look, you can see the difference in color. You know, there's just no way competing with a guy like Clint who does it every day for a living. But I think my biggest takeaway is that there really is no perfect way to pick a watermelon. And when you're at the store trying to pick that perfect one, you can be sure if you see that Wiggins sticker, you've got the best. I want to say a big thanks to Jody and Clint for having us out and what they're doing down there in Texas as father and son, carrying on that family business and supplying some of the finest watermelons to the general public. And if you've got a story or event you would like featured on Life on the Land, be sure to let us know, because it's genuine folks all across this country that make this such a special place to buy up some ground and live life on the land.
For more information on any of our great properties for sale, please call 866-741-8323 or visit us online at HaydenOutdoors.com.